Okay, so Stephen Curry was on a podcast with Vince Carter and I believe Buzz Latimer about just they were just talking about little things, but the most controversial thing here is that he believed that no one landed on the moon. Okay, no one landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong was Buzz Aldrin. It never happened. Even though Apollo 11, they had evidence of moon rocks. They have sand. All these things, man, they planted the American flag on the moon in 1969, Apollo 11. They also, too, have a Space Johnson Center in Houston. Now, the city of Houston, I think the legislators, and then we had NASA people, they were actually talking to Stephen Curry, and they wanted to give him a tour on the Space Johnson Center in Houston. They say, listen, you're going to play against maybe the Houston Rockets in March 13, 2019. We'd love to give you a free tour of the building. We're going to expand your horizon, give you knowledge and understanding, and pretty much just going to convince you that, listen, we landed on the moon. Now, this is really not, he's entitled to his opinion because, he's not the only one in the world. There's many people in the world that believes that we never landed on the moon compared to people who believe that the earth is flat. You got people who believe that Jesus Christ never existed. You got people who believe that, Noah's Ark never happened. So, I mean, this is pretty much, it's not out of the norm. It's normal for people to have these type of ideologies. But the fact maybe he's just a public figure, excuse me, he's a public figure and everyone, a lot of people look up to him. You got a lot of kids that look up to him, man, as a success. I mean, he's a family man. He loves God. He believes in Jesus Christ. He do a lot of good things in the world outside the basketball court. I mean, he's a good role model. I mean, people look up to him more than an entertainer. And I just feel like this, him as a great basketball player, for him to say something like this, I mean, it really does kind of raise an awareness like, dang, maybe we can tune in and make these popular myths happen, because you got people believe like, well, if those people did land on the moon in 1969, how come they didn't really have the advanced technology? How they able to do this? How are they able to, first of all, take a picture of them establishing this type of accomplishment? I'm like, well, what people fail to realize that they had a camera embedded in their chest when they're the astronauts do. They have the connections and access to all these advanced technologies. So yes, they have implanted cameras inside them to the point that they can take a picture. Then you have Mr. Buzz Aldrin. He was orbiting around the whole moon, and the moon is feasible to actually, for us to have technology to live on there. Well, I don't say live on there, to actually just be there in the 1960s, because you got to think about it, the moon is only 200,000 miles away from the Earth. So, I mean, approximately it could take about maybe, how many hours? 17 hours, something like that around there. I mean, this is like pretty much, probably more than that. I'll probably say like 3 or 4 days. I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe a week. But at the same time, I mean, they will get there. They was there from July 16th to July 24th. And I just think that this probably from a lack of understanding from Stephen Curry. I would love for him to actually, sometime maybe the off season or before the off season or next year, just go in here, man, and just expand your horizon. You got this money, use it. Utilize this to, expand your knowledge and your horizon. That's all I have to say, man. Just get some understanding, man, before you make these type of claims. And I don't know if you're doing this just against the conspiracies, even though he said that he's not. But, people really take offense to this. I really think that in America, yes, I mean, it's a lot of conspiracy things that goes on. People say that it was only one sniper that killed JFK in 1963 in Dallas, even though in the documentaries they said it was like more than one. It's like at least like 11. And I just think with this, man, it can be kind of daunting a little bit, but, just do your research. That's all I have to say, man. Have a little bit of evidence, but I do believe Apollo 11 was there. They did have like different objects there, and they brought some different specimens there from the moon to here. And you got people that's trying to live on the moon and create another civilization. That's for a whole nother story. Elon Musk is investing in SpaceX there, but I just really found that a little interesting, man. He don't believe that white thing was had the ability to bring human beings up there, man. I mean, hey, but it happened, and a lot of things can happen, man. I mean, we had one of our first roller coasters in that particular time. So through all this advanced technology, you can Google, you can go to the library. It's a lot of space libraries there, man. But specifically, go to the Space Johnson Center in Houston. And it might change your perspective on things, though. But that's how I really feel about this, man. I know it's a huge controversy with that, but Stephen Curry, I know you can only like master a lot of, you know, certain things, you know, in a certain amount of time. You know, just goes to show you that every athlete doesn't know everything, man. They may be good at one craft. So yeah, just go out here, man. Just research, man. And the kids that looks up to him, just want them to plant the seeds in their mind that you can just say what you want to say, but not do any type of research, man. But hey, it could be just all talk. But the fact that he's famous, people is going to eat it up. People going to say, well, he's right or he's wrong for this. I'm just a little open-minded to this, like what would inspire him to say these type of things, man. But it's a lot of myths on that. But that's really all I have to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. What you think about the Steph Curry just making that statement, thinking that, you know, men never really was on the moon before. So I just want to hear your thoughts, please, on that, because that'll be really interesting. But that's all I have to say. I'm out. Deuces.